Today I'm going to show you how to convert unit rates using the railroad method. So our first problem is convert 60 feet to miles. We're going to take that first thing that they give us, the 60 feet, and put it in the first part of our railroad. Now notice it doesn't say 60 feet per hour, per minute, or anything like that. So on bottom here we're just going to put a 1. We are trying to get to miles. So that's what I'm going to write over here. I need to get feet to miles. Now I know that 1 mile equals 5,280 feet. That's my conversion factor. Because feet are on bottom, because feet are on top, I need feet to be on bottom. They have to be opposite each other so they can cancel out. Well, I have 5,280 feet. And that equals my 1 mile. So 1 mile goes on top. Feet cancel out. And then notice, I now have mile and mile on top. That's what I was trying to get. So that means I'm done. And then I'm going to multiply straight across. 60 times 1 is 60. 1 times 5,280 is 5,280. And that's still miles. So then I take my calculator, we're going to divide this out. So 60 divided by 5,280, and we get it is 0.0113636, and it continues on for a while. So we are going to say this is approximately 0.01. I'm going to round to the hundredths place there, because the number after the 1 is also a 1. That number is less than 5, so I keep it at the 1. So my answer is approximately 1/100th of a mile. The second problem here says convert 75 minutes to days. So once again, I'm going to write down what I currently have, which is 75 minutes. It doesn't say per anything, so I'm going to put a 1 underneath. I'm trying to get to days, so that's what I'm going to write over here. Now, I need to figure out some conversions. I know 60 minutes is 1 hour, but that's still not quite at days. But I also know that 24 hours is 1 day. So I'm going to start with minutes because I have minutes here on top. They have to be opposite. And I'm going to use this first conversion. So 60 minutes goes with the minutes on bottom. 1 hour goes on top. Minutes cancel. I'm checking. Hours and days, not quite where I want to be. So that means I have to continue with my railroad. So I'm going to draw a line and do another one. This time hours have to go on bottom. I'm going to use this factor here. So 24 hours is 1 day. Hours cancel, and then I check. Does days equal days? Yes, I have days on top. I'm happy. So we're going to multiply straight across. 75 times 1 times 1 is 75. 1 times 60 times 24 is 1,440. And then once again, I need to divide. So 75 divided by 1,440 is approximately 0.05 days. So 5/100ths of a day. And I boxed my answer because we found what they were asking for. Alright, our next problem is a little different. This time it says that we have 800 yards per minute. So when I write this, I'm going to put 800 yards on top. Per means divide, so that means the minutes are going to go on bottom. That implies per 1 minute, so I'm going to write 1 minute. I need to get to miles per hour. So over here I'm going to write miles per hour. This time we have to do 2 conversions. I need to get yards to miles and minutes to hours. So you can pick. Do you want to start with yards or minutes? Well, let's go ahead and figure out our conversion factors. I know that 1,760 yards is 1 mile. I also know that 60 minutes is 1 hour. So those are the conversion factors I'm going to have to use. I'm going to start with yards. I like to start on the top. So I'm completely ignoring the minutes. I have yards on top, so yards has to go on bottom. And I said that 1,760 yards is 1 mile. Well, when I finish that, I cancel out my yards, and then I go and check my units. Do I have miles on top? Well, I do. That was my whole goal. So now, I got to take care of the minutes. Minutes is not hours. So I'm going to go ahead and finish drawing my railroad track. Got to do another conversion. So right here it says 60 minutes is 1 hour. Because minutes are on bottom, minutes have to be on top this time. They have to be opposites. So 60 minutes goes on top, 1 hour goes on bottom. Cancel out your minutes and then check your units. There's hour and hour. So we got to what we needed. We got miles per hour. Once again, we multiply straight across. So 800 times 1 times 60. 48,000. And then 1 times 1,760 times 1 is 1,760. So now I'm going to once again take my calculator. 48,000 divided by 760 is approximately 27.27 miles per hour. Now notice again, be very careful with your rounding. There's a 2 after that second 7. So 2 is less than 5, the 7 stays at 7. Alright, last one. A flooring store is advertising laminate flooring at $2.99 per square foot. Find the price per square yard. This is what we're given. So $2.99 per square foot. Now, a square foot means foot squared. Another way of saying this is foot times foot. Think about something like 4 squared. You would say that's 4 times 4. Same concept. Feet squared would be foot times foot. That's what I'm actually going to write down here. So we have $2.99 per foot. Sounds silly, but it makes converting very easy. We need to find the price, which means dollars, per divided by square yard. Again, square yard means yard. So I'm looking at my units. On top, I already have money. That's nice. That means we don't have to convert that. But I need to get feet to yard. Now, I know 1 yard is 3 feet. So that's what I'm going to use. Feet have to go on top here. But I don't just have 1 foot. I have feet. So 3 feet is 1 yard. That takes care of one of my feet, but I still have this foot I need to cancel. So I'm going to write it again. 3 feet is 1 yard. Feet cancels. Once again, multiply straight across. Notice I am checking yards on bottom, yards on bottom. So 299 times 3 is 26.91. And then 1 times 1 is just 1. Now, of course, we don't go around saying $26.91 per yard. We're going to actually say that this is $26.91 per yard squared, because it makes better sense that way.